Hi guys. Okay, we can get the show on the road now. Um I had a bit of anxiety earlier and I generally don't come on if I'm anxious. Just because, um I'm sorry. Just because um I might get even more anxious by replying to these idiots or even making commentary on the Bible. Today's comment of the week goes to Lady Selena Felicity White. Congratulations, Selena. So, this is under Genesis Apologetics Torpedoes Noah's Ark claim. The car mechanic, John Morris Pendleton, has passed away now. I still find it hard to believe that he genuinely thought that pterodactyls were still alive. I know one shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but that has to be one of the most stupidest things I have ever heard. Yeah. Actually, Selena, I agree with you there. I agree with you there. Um, because wouldn't more people have seen these pterodactyls than just a few people here and there, you know? I'm sorry. Um, that's outside. I have no control over it. Um, there's a lot of kids around here. So, they're going to be loud. All right. And now for the main event, um, making fun of the Bible or the evangelical interpretation of the Bible, I should say. Got to make that clear. Alrighty. Excuse me. All right, here we go. And today is part 2 of Solomon's Temple. And I'm only doing um, chapters 3 and 4. It's not a. I actually planned only to do chapters 3 and 4 today. It's Second Chronicles, chapters 3 and 4, by the way. So, anyway. All right, let's move on. Chapter 3. Then Solomon began to build the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem on Mount Moriah, where the Lord had appeared to his father David. It was on the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite, the place provided by David. Okay, so first I've got to say, I don't know a whole lot about Islam, but I do know that Muslims believe that the Temple Mount is where Abraham was willing to sacrifice Isaac. So that's why Temple Mount is important to them. I, I think, but I'm not sure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think they also believe that Temple Mount is where um, Gabriel appeared to Muhammad. I think that's right. I probably shouldn't have said anything, but anyway. All right. Going on. Um, Verse 2. He began building on the second day of the second month in the fourth year of his reign. Why the fuck do we need to know when he started building? All right, moving on. The foundation Solomon laid for building the temple of God was 60 cubits long and 20 cubits wide, using the cubit of the old standard. No idea what that means. I know cubit is a measure of, length, width, height, but I don't know what um its standard in modern day is. Uh, I don't think it really had a standard. I think it was from the elbow to the tip of your middle finger, which, I mean, come on, everybody's different, right? So, anyway, um, verse 4. The portico at the front of the temple was 20 cubits long across the width of the building and 20 cubits high. He overlaid the inside with pure gold. He paneled the main hall with Jupiter and covered it with fine gold and decorated it with palm tree and chain designs. He adorned the temple with precious stones, and the gold he used was gold of Parvan. He overlaid the ceiling beams, door frames, walls, and doors of the temple with gold, and he carved cherubim on the walls. Now, see, this is why I doubt it was even a real thing, because, of all this gold. I mean, sure, you have places in the New World, in the Americas, where there was like gold all over the place. But not quite sure there was a whole lot of gold here. And if there was, it most certainly wasn't enough to do this. So that's why I'm doubting Solomon's temple ever existed. However, if it did, it was not as described in the Bible. But another reason I doubt that it existed is we can't find archaeologically, and of course, I have to caveat this. Um, the archaeological work really can't progress because the Dome of the Rock is a holy place to Muslims, and no offense to the Muslims here, you know, I mean, it's a holy place to them. In fact, I think it is the most holy place to them. So they won't really allow any excavations on Temple Mount, which, I mean, you know, people have to respect their religion. So, anyway, um, all right, moving on. Verse 8. He built the most holy place, its length corresponding to the width of the temple, 20 cubits long and 20 cubits wide. He overlaid the inside with 600 talents of fine gold. The gold nails weighed 50 shekels. He also overlaid the upper parts with gold. For the most holy place, he made a pair of sculptured cherubim and overlaid them with gold. The total wingspan of the cherubim was 20 cubits. One wing of the first cherub was 5 cubits high. was 5 cubits long, I'm sorry, and touched the temple wall, while its other wing, also 5 cubits long, touched the wing of the other cherub. Similarly, one wing of the second cherub was 5 cubits long and touched the other temple wall, and its other wing, also 5 cubits long, touched the wing of the first cherub. Why the fuck are you repeating yourself? I mean, seriously, is this just to make it take up more room? Okay, verse 13. The wings of these cherubim extended 20 cubits. They stood on their feet facing the main hall. He made the curtain of blue, purple, and crimson yard and fine linen with cherubim worked into it. I have no idea what that means, unless they're just talking about they draped these uh, over the cherubim, which I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me. If it makes any sense to you, good for you. Leave it in the comments. And I mean that sincerely. If you, if you can make sense of this, honestly, I applaud you. And please leave it in the comments. I would love to know what this is saying. Verse 15. For the front of the temple, he made 2 pillars, which together were 35 cubits long, each with a capital 5 cubits high. No idea what they mean by a capital. I mean, I know what a capital is, but in this instance, the meaning of capital as I know it does not apply. So I have no idea what that is. Verse 16. He made interwoven chains and put them on top of the pillars. He also made 100 pomegranates and attached them to the chains. He erected the pillars in the front of the temple, one to the south and one to the north. The one to the south he made Jachin, and the one to the north Boaz. All right, here we go. Chapter 4. He made a bronze altar 20 cubits long, 20 cubits wide, and 10 cubits high. He made the sea of cast metal, circular in shape, measuring 10 cubits from rim to rim and 5 cubits high. It took a line of 30 cubits to measure around it. Somehow that doesn't make sense. The circumference, which is what they're talking about to measure it around, the circumference, I believe, is pi r squared. Let me look it up right quick. There's a lot of formulas for circles, so, you know, uh, it's, oh, the circumference is pi d. Use d if you know the diameter. Okay. All right. So pi d. Um, like I said, it's been a long time since I've taken math class. Oh, it's okay, Lisa. So 2 pi d, or pi d, I'm sorry, pi d for the circumference. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that um, 10 cu- a 10 cubit diameter would only take a line of 30 cubits. So yeah, I mean, just a quick mental check blows that out of the water. All right, sorry to get, you know, onto a math problem. Verse 3. Below the rim, figures of bulls encircled it, 10 to a cubit. The bulls were cast in 2 rows in one piece with the sea. The sea stood on 12 bulls, 3 facing north, 3 facing south, 3 facing west, and 3 facing east. The sea rested on top of them, and their hindquarters were toward the center. It was a handbreadth in thickness, and its rim was like the rim of a cup, like a lily blossom. It held 3,000 baths. You know, aside from showing us that the Bible cannot be true because it cannot math, why are you telling us this? It just goes to show your ignorance. He then made 10 basins for washing and placed 5 on the south side and 5 on the north. In them, the things to be used for the burnt offerings were rinsed, but the sea was to be used by the priests for washing. He made 10 gold lampstands according to the specifications for them and placed them in the temple, 5 on the south side and 5 on the north. He made 10 tables and placed them in the temple, 5 on the south side and 5 on the north side. He also made 100 gold sprinkling bowls. He made the courtyard of the priests and the large court and the doors for the court, and overlaid the doors with bronze. He placed the sea on the south side at the southeast corner, and Hiram also made the pots and shovels and sprinkling bowls. Hiram finished the work he had undertaken for King Solomon in the temple of God, the 2 pillars, the 2 bowl-shaped capitals on top of the pillars, the 2 sets of network decorating the 2 bowl-shaped capital on top of the pillars, the 400 pomegranates for the 2 sets of networks, blah blah blah, the stands with their basins, the sea and the 12 bowls under it, the pots, shovels, meat forks, and all related articles, all objects that Hiram Abi made for King Solomon for the temple of the Lord were polished bronze. The king had them cast in clay molds in the plain of the Jordan between Succoth and Zarethan. All these things that Solomon made amounted to so much that the weight of the bronze could not be calculated. I doubt that very much. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, according to the Bible, according to this very chapter, pi would be 3. And everybody knows that pi is 3.14. Repeating. Well, not repeating, but it's just goes on infinitely. with no repeating. That's what I meant. All right, moving on. Verse 19. Solomon also made all the furnishings that were in God's temple: the golden altar, the tables on which was the bread of the presence, the lampstands of pure gold, with their lamps to burn in front of the inner sanctuary as prescribed, the gold floral work and lamps and tongs, the pure wick trimmers, sprinkling bowls, dishes, and censers, and the gold doors of the temple, the inner doors to the most holy place, and the doors of the main hall. Yeah, limited light. How do you like that? A book who even that the evangelicals think is literally true in all aspects says that pi equals 3. Of course, these idiots, these evangelicals, have never read that verse. You know why? Because for some reason, their pastors tell them not to read the Bible. Or rather, I should qualify that. They should only read the parts of the Bible that the pastors want to be read. So, limited, I want to know, um, how did your head feel after learning that the Bible said pi was 3? I mean, it didn't say pi was 3, but, you know, you can guess that it's 3. Because they said the diameter was 10 cubits and the um, circumference was 30. Yeah, blows my fucking mind how these people can still think that the Bible is literally true when there is a factual, and this isn't even, I mean, guys, you know, let's put science aside. I know math is a science, but okay, I'm going to separate out math and just focus on, let's put science aside. Just the math, okay? Just the fact that the Bible would say something as stupid as pi is 3. Now, this is true, limited. It boggles the mind. Um, let's see, what else can I say about this? Um, yeah. So now that we've gotten done with Solomon's Temple, the building of Solomon's Temple, I gotta say, I've got to call bullshit. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Okay. So, anyway, I will see you guys later because I am out. That's all I have for today. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Please thumbs up the video. Please share it because I don't get much in the way of algorithm expression. Also, please leave comments down below. It does help the algorithm. And if you are able, please support this channel by becoming a member. You can become a member for as low as 99 cents a month. Thank you all for joining me. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Atheist Church. Bye.